Alright guys, welcome back to another vid. So I've had a busy time over the last couple of weeks. We've been to two more festivals. The first one was Blue Dot Festival at Jodrell Bank. You can see here the Lovell telescope. Built in the 1940s, it is still the third biggest telescope of its type in the world, and built from old reconstituted war machine parts, which I thought was pretty cool. That was a great festival, beautiful location, and it's kind of half music, half science. So you can imagine we're kind of going to lectures about science stuff whilst at a festival. Mental. Really good. Last week we went to another one called Why Not Festival in Derbyshire. That wasn't quite as good. For a start, there was no sinks near the toilets. I couldn't believe that shit. Quite a young crowd as well, but it was alright. Last week my missus went for a skydive. Mental, I know. She's been wanting to do that for years, and no, I will not be joining her on the next one. No, not for me. I'm happy she did it. I won't be doing it. That's the end of it. But in amongst all of that, we had a visit from our good friends Adam Korolick and Mrs. Claus, and we went for a couple of game hunting trips. First of all, we went down to South Wales, and we stopped off at a couple of places. We went to Pontypridd, which had a couple of nice shops there, and we went in to visit a store run by one of Adam's friends, and I also went into a CEX down in Pontypridd and picked up a few games. We got Hunter the Reckoning Redeemer. I'm not quite sure if this is going to be up my alley. It looks like kind of a hack and slash, but you don't know till you try. So for £1.50, it's not going to cost me much to see if I can enjoy it. Hunter the Redeemer. The Reckoning Redeemer. I also got Robotech Inversion. Looks like a fun little shooter with a fair amount of variety in it to the gameplay. Yeah, it's got kind of average reviews, but again, you've got to try it for yourself. So Robotech Invasion, that was £1.50. No, that was 75p. Yeah, 75p for that. And then we got Doom 3 Resurrection. This was actually a DLC package, basically released as a physical release. And yeah, it's got quite a lot of content, 6 to 8 hours worth of gameplay, it is said. And yeah, so for DLC, that's quite a decent amount of extra content. So Doom 3 Resurrection, of course they're all complete. They've got to be complete for the OG, come on. Then we got Serious Sam 2, that was £2.50, and yeah, this is just some dumb, fun, nice, simple, colourful first-person shooter action. Yeah, just waves and waves of baddies, pretty hectic, but fun. Serious Sam 2. Then we went over to Cardiff, where Adam will be doing a video soon on his channel about Super Tomato, or Super Tomato, depending where you're from. It's a really great little indie shop there in Cardiff, and the guy's got a brilliant inventory, and yeah, he's a really nice fellow that runs the shop. It's Super Tomato, and from there I just got one thing. It is Without Warning. Looks like a fun little shooter there, again on the original Xbox. There is one pickup in this video that is not OG. Amazing, I know. So that was Cardiff. We also went to Lincoln, my old stomping ground. I went to university there, and there's a couple of places you can pick up stuff in Lincoln. First of all, we went to CEX, and I just got one game from there. It's Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne. Yeah, brilliant. Of course, the originator of the bullet time shooting mechanic, and that's a fun series, Max Payne 2 there. Right, then we went over to Gotham Games, which is a brilliant indie shop in Lincoln. They've actually recently moved location. You might have seen a video that I've done on that shop a long time ago. Actually, the last time Adam came to visit, we went there as well, to the old location. They've moved shop now, and it's a better place. It's a larger shop. They've got 2 floors, and as you can see here, they've got a brilliant selection of games, all different platforms covered, and they've even got now upstairs a second room with even more retro. They've got cassette games, they've got Mega Drive, Mega CD, they've got everything you could hope to find there, pretty much. A really great selection of retro at Gotham Games in Lincoln. They've also got a little arcade kind of set up there. Just a few cabs in there for now, but I'm sure that'll expand. As you can see there, they've got a few cabs on the go, one with MAME, various games on it, and a shooter game. They've also got a function room that will be used in the future. So yeah, Gotham Games in Lincoln, check it out if you haven't already. And if you have, now's a good time to go and take another look with their new store. So I've got a few things from there, and I'm really happy with the little bunch I've got from Gotham Games actually. We've got Silent Hill 4, The Room. It's a long time in coming, I should have had this by now. But I love the Silent Hill series. Anything spooky really is right up my alley, to be played at night time with the lights off, maybe with headphones. But yeah, Silent Hill for the room. That was on the shelf for £5, so it's a good price for that game really. So yeah, but I got a bit of a deal from Gotham Games, so I'll tell you about that in a little bit. We've got Urban Chaos, Riot Response, in which you play as the baddies, keeping down the revolution. Probably not, but yeah, you play as the cops, trying to control urban chaos, I guess. But yeah, it's got pretty decent reviews. Happy to check that out. So Urban Chaos. We've got Mech Assault. Already had the sequel. I haven't got around to playing it yet, so I thought I may as well pick up the first one and play that first. But Mech Assault. Never really played any kind of mech games, so you know, I'll dive in with this series. In lieu of the fact that I'm not going to be able to pick up Metal Wolf Chaos, which is insanely expensive and fairly rare, Japanese exclusive to the original Xbox. I really want that game, but I'm not going to pay over 100 quid for it. Just not doing it. I shall download it if it comes to it. But yeah, Mech Assault. And then we got Jacked, which I hadn't really had any interest in the past, but Mr. Koralik was there over my shoulder, who you know, suggested that it might be a little bit uncommon. And you know, I haven't seen it out in the wild before, so he might be right. But yeah, Adam was kind of there in my ear during these game hunting trips, and I'd be umming and ahhing over the games, as I do. I take a while to decide whether I'm picking things up usually. And he'd be there on my shoulder going, "You should just buy it. Dude, you should just buy it. Buy it, man. Hey dude, you should just buy it. Like, you should totally just buy it. Like, I don't know why I haven't bought it already. Like, you should just totally, like, buy it already, like, or some junk. I don't know why you haven't bought it. Just buy it. Just, dude, you should just..." He was like that. So, it was a bad influence. So I did. I bought it. It was only £3. That was a sticker price anyway. So, I got those OG games. And then, I came for another system from Gotham Games. And it is Syrian for the Mega Drive. As you can see there, £7 on the sticker. Now, it's a little bit sun faded, it's seen better days, but this is pretty hard to come by, especially on these shows. I've never seen this in the wild before. As you can see, beautiful artwork. The Japanese were definitely spoilt with the artwork compared to ours. But yeah, it's basically an RPG, like a side-scrolling RPG, although it is heavily kind of in Japanese text. So that's why I hadn't really picked it up before. Viewers of the channel may know that I've been going for a complete Mega Drive and Mega CD RPG collection. And I put the complete in parentheses because there's some, you know, debate over what that would mean. Do you mean all regions? Do you mean all varieties of games that loosely come under the term RPG? What do you mean by that? I don't know. I've got a bunch of RPG style games basically. This is one I hadn't bothered picking up because of the language barrier. I don't have a Retron 5, which would allow me to patch it with a fan translation, which is out there. But so that might be something I have to invest in. I don't know. But this game is going to be a struggle. It's going to be difficult to play on the original hardware for me, unless I learn Japanese. But I had to get it. So it's complete. It's even got this with the lovely Japanese cartridges. Love those. And it's even got this kind of pull-out that explains the moves. But what's weird about this, it has English writing there with the names of the abilities and then some Japanese description there next to it. So what is all that about? Only released in Japan. The language on the cartridge is only Japanese, and yet in the manual you've got English writing describing some of the powers. Why don't they just put the English translation on there? They actually do have some English text in the game actually, which is another thing that is a bit confusing about these types of releases. I don't know if it's going to focus that closely. As you can see there, clearly some English text. British, British, yeah, English text. I'll let her in. Anyway, so Syrian, happy to get it. This little lot came to, I think it was 23 quid in total. I bartered a little bit, got £5 off, so 17 for these lot in total. And then I actually traded in Mario Kart Double Dash, and I got £14 trade-in at Gotham Games, which is a really good trade-in deal. If you've seen a previous video, I picked up that Mario Kart Double Dash for £1 at a charity shop a couple of weeks ago. So traded that in with a £14 trade-in. So really I've only paid, is it £4 for all these, which is brilliant. So very happy about that for £4. So yeah, Gotham Games, definitely go and check it out. Then just a couple more in my local charity shops up in Mapley in Nottingham. You know, it's kind of a rare thing to see, but there was just this huge stack of really brilliant, almost mint condition original Xbox games on the shelf in one of my local Oxfam shops, and unfortunately I kind of had most of them, but I picked up a few here that weren't really on the list before, but because I saw them there in such good condition at my local shop, I had to pick up something. So I got Project Gotham Racing. I'm actually happy to get this because I very rarely see the original release of this. You usually see the classics version, which of course has that horrible shrunken artwork and a different spine. So it's nice to get the original release of Project Gotham Racing. It's a brilliant racing series. Then we've got Enter the Matrix. Yeah, I like the film series. I've never tried any of the games. I'm not expecting great things, but if it at least goes somewhere to, you know, try and replicate the abilities and fights of the film series, it's got to be fun, surely. Enter the Matrix. Let me know if you've played that and what you think of it. Then we got Medal of Honor Rising Sun. So I'm not usually a fan of kind of realistic shooters. I say realistic as in where you're fighting humans. I prefer kind of fantastical scenarios for my you know, murder, death, kill games. But it was £1 in a local charity shop. Medal of Honor Rising Sun. And then we got Medal of Honor Frontline. Again, that was £1 as well. Yeah, so yeah, all out multiplayer warfare. Sure, it's not just multiplayer, is it? 19 missions now. Okay. Yeah. It's not really a thing you have to worry about too much with the 6th generation, picking up games and, you know, to discover that they're only multiplayer only kind of things. There's only a few like that. So yeah, those for £4 from local Oxfam, pretty decent. So yeah, I've been happy with that. OG Collection's getting a bit out of hand. It's almost an entire shelving unit. It's just the top shelf is 360 and then all that is OG. Despicable. Anyway guys, that's it for now. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.